Picture a world coming out from under giant sheets of ice. Huge frozen lands slowly started to have life. The land that would become Latvia was being shaped. Rivers made paths, and lakes started to shine. The Baltic Sea was young then. It started to wash up on these shores. The first people came. They hunted animals and gathered plants for food. As they lived in small groups, they followed the big groups of animals to find food. They learned to live with the forests, the rivers, and the seasons changing. These were the first people to make this place their home. Then the Baltic tribes came. People like the Curonians, Latgalians, Semigalians, Solonians, and others. They were different groups of people. They settled in these lands about 2,000 years before what we call the year zero. They built forts on hills. These were strong wooden places to keep them safe. What they believed was connected to the earth, the sky, and the forest. And you know what was like gold from the Baltics? Amber. Even back then, Latvia's story was linked to other parts of the world. Let's jump ahead to the 1100s. New things were starting to happen in Europe. Soldiers fighting for their religion looked to the north. Traders and missionaries came from Germany to the Baltic shores. They wanted to convert, trade, and gain power. This was a big change for the Baltic tribes. Riga was founded in 1201 by Bishop Albert. It grew fast. It joined the Hanseatic League, trading furs, wax, grains, and amber. It was a meeting place for East, West, North and South, but this prosperity came at a price for locals. The Livonian Crusade brought years of fighting. Local tribes fought hard but lost their freedom. Foreign rulers controlled the land for centuries. First the Teutonic Knights, then Poland and Lithuania, and later Sweden. Finally the Russian Empire. Latvian farmers lived under foreign rule. Many were like slaves working the land. Yet the Latvian language and traditions survived. Folk songs and old ways were passed down. Their culture was like a heartbeat that wouldn't stop. The land of amber faced many conflicts. A new era was beginning, bringing big changes. Now it's the 1800s. This was a time of huge changes all over Europe. Ideas about countries and self-rule were spreading. Like seeds, these ideas grew well in Latvia. The first Latvian national awakening began. The Union Latvia, or Young Latvians, led the way. They promoted love for Latvian culture. Pride in their language and heritage grew. It was a cultural renaissance. Old songs and stories, especially Danas, became vital. Danas are short song-like poems about life and nature. Christianis barons collected and printed them. The Latvian language was celebrated. Newspapers, books and plays were made in Latvian. Their culture grew bright and strong. The first Latvian Song Festival happened in 1873. Thousands of singers came together. They wore traditional clothes. They sang in Latvian about their home. It was more than a concert, it was a declaration. A strong show of unity and national pride. On November 18, 1918, Latvia said it was independent. That was a brave thing to do, deciding to rule themselves. A new country was born, but once they said they were free, they had to fight for it. The Latvian War of Independence came next. It was a hard fight. The young country fought against many enemies to stay alive. Gap 2S. In the time between the big wars, Latvia did well. It was a country where people voted for their leaders. Culture grew. The country made more money. It was a time of hope. But the 1900s were a wild and dangerous time. World War II started. Latvia, a small country, was stuck between big, powerful countries. In 1940, the Soviet Union took over Latvia. Its freedom ended. A year later, Nazi Germany attacked, bringing new terrible things. The Holocaust destroyed Latvia's Jewish community. Then in 1944, the Soviet army came back. Many more years of Soviet rule began. Life under Soviet rule was hard and unfair. People didn't have many freedoms. The Latvian language and culture were pushed down. Many Latvians were sent far away to Siberia. Their lives were broken. Others ran away to Western countries and became refugees. But the spirit of Latvia did not die. The dream of freedom was kept alive, like a small candle burning in the dark. On August 21, 1991, Latvia said its independence was back. Think about the job they had to do, building a country again, almost from nothing. Latvia chose to let its people have a say in government. It looked to the West for friends. It joined the United Nations. That meant it had a place with all the countries of the world. Then a very important thing happened. Latvia joined NATO and the European Union in 2004. This meant safety, working together with others, and feeling like it belonged. Latvia became part of the world's group of free countries. Modern European country making its own way. What makes Latvia special? Think about how beautiful its nature is. Big forests cover almost half the country. Miles of sandy beaches are along the Baltic coast. Riga, its main city, is like a jewel. It's famous for its beautiful Art Nouveau buildings and, of course, the singing. The tradition of singing in groups is very deep. The song and dance festivals, which UNESCO says are very special, are amazing to see. Latvia is a small country, yes, but it has a big heart. It's a story of staying alive, coming back strong and winning.